everybody, welcome back to another episode of On the Level. My name's Ray LaFerrier. I want to do a recap here of the installation of top deck levelers. What we're doing here is, as you can see, on our 6x6 we've got our load plate mounted on here already. That is a 5 5/8 with 6x6. So they vary. The 6x6 will vary 5.5 to 5 5/8, somewhere in that region. On our main beam, of course, this is just a made-up piece of 2x8 triple beam, which is standard here in the province of Manitoba. One of the things I want to point out on here is when you do put the top deck leveler main plate on, what you have to check for is to make sure that this plate is square, so that it sits properly on here. Now, part of the problem with our dimensional lumber that we have now, and especially in the pressure treated world, a 2x8 is actually or not even, it's 1.5 inches, sometimes 1 3/8, but normally 1.5 inches by 7 1/4. Now, I've had some lumber that's 7 3/8, so when you're making your beams, a lot of contractors now are having to pick through their lumber and sort it out in the proper widths and everything, because it just creates more and more problems when you're trying to put together a beam. So take your time, sort out your lumber, get the proper thicknesses, and that way you'll have a good flat surface here. Like this one here, it did have some differences in the width of the wood, so I put a wood shin here just to bring this up square, so that when it sits, it's not going to be sitting on a tilt or anything. It's going to be sitting straight up and down. So when we mount this like so, now as you can see, the top deck leveler, it locks into the bottom pressure plate. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount what we call the anti-deflection plates. With decks that are low, very low to the ground, you're not going to need these. These are sold separately from the top deck levelers as a kit, but I will mount a couple on here just to show you. The plates are designed and machined and everything so that they fit a 1/4 inch GRK screws. That's what I highly recommend when you're putting these plates and everything basically on the top deck levelers. I recommend GRK screws or any structural screws. It doesn't have to be GRK. There's different manufacturers out there of them. So, because I like the GRKs, because the way we've designed the machining of the plates and everything, the 1/4 inch screws fit perfectly into the laser cut holes. What you're doing is you're mounting a plate on either side, and I pre-drilled these already, so because this is my demo piece, but it's just to give you an indication of how well these plates work as far as keeping everything solid. So as you can see here, okay, now that is solid this way. That post cannot kick out. Okay, it tilts this way because, picture this, there's going to be a bunch more posts and your beam is going to run all the way through. So once it's all on there, you're good to go with that. I'll put the ratchet in there and I can show you that this all works perfectly fine. You can adjust it up, you can adjust it down. Now with this 6x6 in here, it's a little bit wider, so the plates are going to be a little bit tighter against the wood, but once that wood shrinks up, which it all does, it'll be perfectly fine. It fits in there really nice. That's basically where we're sitting with the top deck leveler. You can see right there, it's all nice and tight in there. It's a very good setup. It's very strong, and you shouldn't have any worries, and that'll last you a lifetime. Each kit comes with their seal caps, and as you can see here, this is just a demo piece on here that they sit very flush to the top. So it looks very nice, and these are, if you primer these, you can paint them to any color you like. So if you're running composite decking or whatever, you can color match the same with these. So, that's it for this episode. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the recap of it. It's very simple instruction, very simple installation. Enjoy, and you'll be able to adjust your deck from the top. No more crawling under it. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you on the next one.